Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Well, hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great evening. We are looking at a relatively okay evening. I don't say it's a good evening. I don't say it's a bad evening, as we are looking at dry conditions across the state right now. The wind, I don't know if you've noticed, slowly going to start to pick up as we head through the next couple hours. We are looking at some rain, some wind moving in as we head through the nighttime tonight, and that is going to continue into the daytime tomorrow. However, I have to say that we are looking at a cold front that's passing through the state, and that as soon as the cold front passes overnight, the wind is just going to calm right down. So tomorrow won't be too windy, and we are just going to see some rain here and there. But again, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know how your evening's going. And I guess I can't really say how many weekend plans you have because, well, we're on Sunday night. And as we get a look outside in Portland, right now we have a temperature of 50 degrees. You notice that dew point of 49. That's pretty much indicating two things. One, that we are not going to see these temperatures drop too much before that cold front even moves through. And two, with that high relative humidity, there's probably going to be some areas of some fog here and there, maybe some areas of drizzle, some scattered showers as we head through the next couple hours. But it's really as we head through the overnight hours and into the daytime tomorrow that we are going to see the rain, but especially overnight into tomorrow morning. But we are looking at, again, some clouds out there right now. And another thing that we do have to concern ourselves with, which I'm not saying is a big concern here in Maine, but we are also going to run the risk for some minor flooding over towards parts of the Saco River, as well as the Swift River at Roxbury in particular. And that is essentially because of, well, the rain, but also the melting snow and the potential for some ice jams. There is the potential for some ice jams as we head into the daytime tomorrow. And that's, again, simply due to the fact that we are going to see the mild temperatures, so the melting snow up there, but also, the rain's going to be falling as well. I think up towards the north, though, there's going to be less rain compared to what we are going to see in the southern part of the state, and especially over towards the mid-coast and down east. That's where I do think we will see the most as we head through the daytime tomorrow. But again, we do have a cold front off to our west, and this cold front right now is bringing that rain towards areas in central New York, over towards the southern part of the state, and down towards Pennsylvania. There was just a winter storm. Man, I can't get my head straight right now. We had a severe thunderstorm warning up towards northern New York not too long ago, but also some scattered thunderstorms in New York right now. I think for the most part, as this moves through, while there is the potential for a couple rumbles of thunder in spots, it's not going to be a big deal. We've seen a lot worse situations, especially as we head through the later season into the summertime, that we're going to see a lot worse situations than what we're going to see for tonight. So we are going to see some rain out there for the nighttime tonight. Again, very little, if any, thunderstorm activity, just a steadier rain that could be heavy at times, but generally a light to moderate rain across the area. So let's zoom in a little bit closer, and you can see that we do have the green just pop right up on the radar. And when I see that in particular, what that means to me is it's not all of a sudden going from it's cloudy skies in Freiburg and Portland to bam, it's raining. Essentially what that's doing is the radar itself is picking up on some areas of drizzle, maybe some scattered showers here and there, but that's probably about it. So anyone in that green shading that just popped right up from Freiburg down through the Lewiston, Portland area, it's not raining everywhere in that area right now. It's just some areas of drizzle, some areas of showers possible as well. I want to get to some of these comments. Connor, thank you for tuning in. Power outage chance tonight and tomorrow. So especially as you head up towards the north, I'm just not totally sold on the power outage threat for tonight. That's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I don't think we are going to see much in the way of power outages because the winds aren't going to be that bad, and it's going to be rain. It's not snow. It's not freezing rain. It's not even sleet or anything like that. It's rain. and that's all we're going to see for the nighttime tonight. So I'm not totally sold on the power outage threat. I do think that we are going to see some power outages because we'll probably see wind gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour as we head through the nighttime tonight, really during the overnight and into tomorrow morning. But again, not too big of a deal. And then you had another comment here saying that the National Weather Service said they are evaluating the need for a flood watch. I saw, I'll be honest, I haven't looked at the update in the last hour or two. The last time I saw it, the only flood watches that I saw were over towards Vermont and even off to the west. But we do not have any flood watches. However, again, we do have that flood warning for some areas along the Saco and Swift rivers. Now, Rosalva, hello to you. I hope you are having a great evening as well. I'm having a pretty good evening as well. Gives me something to do when we have some weather moving in. That's for sure. But temperatures out there right now, all over the place. Look at this. Yeah, 40s over towards the mid coast, which because of the southerly breeze and the ocean temperature at 39 degrees, that's why we are looking at the cooler temps right along the coastline. But 50s in Portland. And then you have 60s and mid 60s down to our south. I mean, this even includes parts of Maine. This was all expected through the daytime today, where we were going to see this very large range in temperatures from the 40s to the 60s, depending on really where you were across the area. And we are going to see the temperatures probably stay around that 45 to 50, 52 degree mark as we head through the nighttime tonight. But also, again, as I was just mentioning, we have a cold front off to our west, and you can almost point out where the cold front is right now for two reasons. It's right here. And the reasons why is, one, that's where the strongest, sorry, it takes a minute to show up on the actual screen that you guys can see, but that's where the cold front is right now. And you can see that for two reasons. One, we have the strongest wind gust, but also that's where we do have the southerly breeze that really changes to a northwest breeze. And notice they are upwards of 35 to 45 miles per hour. That's about what we're going to see as we head through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. So anybody asking me questions about the winds, I would say we're probably looking at wind gusts here in Maine anywhere between about 30 to 40 miles per hour, but it's only going to be about a 5-6 hour window from, call it midnight through 6-7 o'clock in the morning, that we are going to see the gusty winds. And you can see the overnight planner here. Cloudy skies through 11 o'clock, maybe some areas of drizzle. I'm not ruling that out. Maybe some scattered showers. But overall, even if you're looking at a shower in your town, you're probably through 11 o'clock, 95% of the state is mainly dry. So we'll see these showers develop in the far western part of the state as we head through the nighttime tonight, but really overnight and into early tomorrow morning. And the steadier rain will move in as we head through 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and beyond. And then I do think the steady rain continues through, I would call it mid-morning. And then we'll see a spottier and lighter rain as we head through the afternoon and evening hours. Notice temperatures, though, they don't move for the nighttime tonight. We'll see probably numbers drop into the upper 40s, maybe some lower 50s in some spots as we head through the overnight. But that's about where we are right now. So they might drop another degree or two as we head through the overnight tonight. Now, tomorrow, that's when we are going to see the rain pretty much all day. I think the steadiest rain is during the morning hours. It will slowly start to, I wouldn't say wind down, because the rain is going to be with us through the evening and probably even into part of the nighttime as well. But it's not going to be as heavy and it's not going to be as steady as it will be during the morning hours through 8, 9, 10 o'clock. And then we will see a period of rain at times as we head through the afternoon and evening. So not the best of days for tomorrow. Really, it's kind of a bummy day for the daytime tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's St. Patrick's Day as well. And so, yeah, certainly if you have some outdoor plans tomorrow, you may want to either grab that raincoat and umbrella, or you just want to make some other plans if I was you. Let me get some other comments. Not even worried, Troy. That's a good idea. I wouldn't be too worried either. This isn't going to be too big of a deal. We've dealt with this many times in our lives. Rain, some gusty winds here and there, but we just had a storm system that brought behind it some wind gusts 50 to 60 just like 2 weeks ago where we had some wind gusts over 60 miles an hour in some spots. So yeah, certainly not going to be that big of a deal. 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts, maybe some higher spots down towards the mid coast, but overall not too big of a deal as we head through the overnight and into the daytime on Monday. High temperatures running in the 40s and lower 50s for the daytime tomorrow. So you notice that the overnight low was 49 degrees tonight. Well, the high temperature tomorrow is 50 in Portland. So they're really not going to go too far as the cold front's going to pass through. The numbers aren't really going to go up. If anything, they may go down just a little bit as we head through the afternoon and evening hours. Travis, hello to you. Hope you're having a great evening. One of my biggest followers on Facebook. I always appreciate it. I always see the likes. I always see the shares. I want to let you know that. I'm giving you a shout out because I always appreciate it. I might not say it all the time, but I'm saying it right now. I appreciate it. All right, so here is the storm system off to our west. This is during the evening hours, so let's get to later on tonight. Here's the cold front that passes through during the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. We are going to see this cold front pass, and that's when we will see the strongest wind gusts during the overnight into tomorrow morning through, I would call it, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and then the winds will start to really calm down. I think they're actually going to calm down very abruptly, and the rain's going to kind of just stay with us. You notice that area of low pressure down to the south, that's going to develop and really just help bring in the rain through the day on Monday, and it's going to continue into Monday night as well. I do think, however, the clouds, they will eventually start to clear as we head into the day on Tuesday, and then we will see the sunshine return for Tuesday afternoon. So that is certainly exciting. So we're going to track out this as we get a closer look to home, and we can see that we are looking at the rain off to our west during the overnight tonight. This is like 12 o'clock or so. We do have the rain up to the north, some steady rain at times. Again, maybe a rumble of thunder in some spots. And then the rain is just very, very slowly going to move on off towards the east as we head through the overnight hours. And you can see that around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, that's when we are going to see some of the steadiest rainfall across the area. I do think the rain will come down probably at a moderate clip, but there is going to be some spots where you might get a heavier band here and there. So during the early morning hours, if you're one of those people that has to get up at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and go to work, it's certainly going to be raining across the area. But then you notice during the afternoon that we are slowly going to start to see the rain kind of taper off just a little bit, and we will see a lighter rain, a spottier rain through the afternoon and evening. So if you're, going outside 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, even into the evening hours on Monday, you might even look outside and it's just completely cloudy. Well, that's pretty much expected as we head through the daytime tomorrow. I don't think this is going to be a steady, heavy rain all day on Monday. The steadier rain is during the morning hours as the cold front passes behind it. We are going to see it become a little bit spottier as well as lighter across the area. But we are going to also see the clouds stick with us for the day on Tuesday. But I do have some good news. The sunshine will return as we head through the afternoon. So we are going to see a good amount of sunshine for later in the day on Tuesday. Rainfall wise, here we go. We are talking more down towards the southern part of the state. I'm actually thinking that the far southern part of the state is where we are going to see the highest totals. And it's not just this computer model that we are basing it off of. There's a lot of computer models, and in this area in particular, that we are looking at the potential for the heaviest of rainfall down in Portland, down towards the coastline, but especially up towards the mid-coast and down east. That's where we are going to see probably upwards of 1 to 2 inches of rain once you get up towards the north, the Rangeleys, the Berwins, the Farmingtons, the areas like that. You're probably looking at about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in those areas. So not as much up towards the north, but enough to cause some issues. It's one of the things though is this is going to be a system that is a very long system, meaning that we are talking a storm that's going to last 24 hours. This isn't going to be a storm that you get 1 to 2 inches of rain in 4 or 5 hours. If you had that, now you're talking some heavy rain. 1 to 2 inches of rain over 24 hours is a light to moderate rain for the most part. And that's what we're going to see with this system. But it is going to bring us some gusty winds during the overnight hours. We are probably around midnight talking wind gusts upwards of 30, 35 miles per hour in some spots. As we head through the overnight, they may pick up a little bit from about midnight through 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, especially down towards the coast. But then you notice that they just completely drop off during the afternoon. I mean, wind gusts to 17 miles per hour in Portland is not a big deal. That's a typical day. That's a typical partly cloudy day where we're looking at just your average light breeze out there. So as we head through the nighttime tonight, temperatures, again, may drop. You notice that little lightning strike. Yeah, there's the potential, very small potential for a thunderstorm in some spots, but it's not going to be the nicest nights overall during the overnight. As we head into the daytime tomorrow, the rain is going to be with us. We are going to see a good amount of rainfall. I'm going to get to some of your guys' comments in just a few minutes. I do want to get to the 7-day forecast in just a second. But yeah, tomorrow, not too nice. Temperature around 50. The rain will be out there as well. Again, St. Patrick's Day. Wish we had a better forecast for you, but temps around 50. Rain heaviest during the morning hours, lighter and spottier rain during the afternoon, but it's going to rain. The rain will be with us through, I would say the night shows on Monday. I mean, it's going to be raining all day, all evening, even into part of the night as well. Sunshine returns Tuesday and Wednesday. We are looking at cloudy skies during the morning hours on Tuesday as this storm is moving out. And then we're going to see the sunshine for the afternoon. I think it's going to go from overcast skies during the morning hours to just completely sunny for the afternoon. And then Wednesday, partly cloudy skies. I think more clouds for the afternoon as, yes, our next weather maker moves in for later in the week. And you notice it's not just showing all rain for Thursday and Friday. I was looking at some of the computer models earlier today when I was making the forecast, and it's showing good amount of clouds for Thursday. I don't think Thursday is a very nice day, just cloudy, some scattered showers late in the day. You notice that temperature of 52 degrees. Well, as we head into the day Friday, it does look like we're going to start out as some rain. And again, some of the computer models showing a steady rain during the morning hours on Friday, but a front passes and these temperatures crash. And we are talking temperatures before the front passes in the 40s and 50s. And then all of a sudden, you have during the afternoon temperatures running in the mid 30s. So it's really tough to come up with a high temperature when you're talking on Friday, when you're talking the temperatures during the morning in the low 50s, but by 2, 3 in the afternoon, it's 36 degrees. What do you go for a high there? Well, in my eyes, the way I see it, I like to go with what's the temperature during the late morning and afternoon hours. Not so much what's the temperature at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's in the low 50s. But I do think a front will pass through, and we are going to potentially see a little transition over to some snow, maybe a little bit of a wintry mix as we head through the day on Friday. We're still several days away. It's only Sunday, so bear with me. Of course, we are going to continue to update that forecast. And but yes, there's a little threat for some snow and a little bit of a wintry mix later in the day on Friday. Of course, we're going to continue to update that as we head through this upcoming week. Let me get to some comments. Crystal, hello to you. Good evening. Hope you had a great weekend. Watching from Jackman, Maine, Lori. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of everyone watching here tonight. And so happy to say goodbye to winter. We might see a little snow on Friday, but overall, winter's pretty much over. I mean, hey, it is meteorological spring, but I always say winter in Maine doesn't end until mid-April because, I mean, I've been here now for almost 2.5 years, and almost 2.5 years. And I can tell you that we've had enough freezing rainstorms and sleet and just wintry mixed storms in April that it's like you can have a 50, 60 degree day, and then all of a sudden the next day it's going to be, snowing. That's just what happens. So but we have nicer weather overall with nicer temperatures running in the 40s and 50s. I mean, the normal high you can see down there is in the 40s. So anytime you get in the 50s when the average high is around 40, you'll take that as a win for sure. What else? Who else do we have on here? Well, I want to actually go back to this. So Connor, I want to go back to this just for anybody that was just tuning in. Wind gusts, I'm not concerned about the wind gusts for the nighttime tonight. I really think we're going to see wind gusts. You're probably talking upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour. Isaac, you're reaching out as well for green tonight. I think it's a very I think if you're inland, you're probably talking wind gusts 30, 35 miles per hour. If you are down towards the coastline, especially the mid coast, I think the mid coast in particular could see wind gusts maybe 40, 45 miles per hour overnight into tomorrow morning. But on average, most people about 30 to 40 miles per hour. And this is overnight into early tomorrow morning. The winds are going to last from, call it, say, around midnight from west to east, around midnight through about 7 o'clock in the morning. Then the front passes and the winds are just going to drop, and they're going to drop very quickly to going from 30, 40 mile an hour wind gusts to a little bit of a, 10, 15 mile per hour breeze. So not too big of a deal. But we are certainly not looking at the best of days for your daytime tomorrow. So I hope you guys can get out there and enjoy. We are back on at 10. It's hard to tell if we're totally like on air. You can always check us out online when we have, the 6 o'clock show. You can always check out online, but when we're not actually on air. But sports sometimes gets in the way, and I'm going to be totally honest, I don't even know if we're totally on air at 10 and 11. We're probably on one of the two, but sports can always sometimes get in the way of that. So you never know, but certainly check it out. I will continue to give you guys any updates that we get over the next hour or two, and I hope you guys all had a great evening, and I hope you have a great week. But overall, not a big deal for the nighttime tonight. We'll get through it, and then the sunshine returns Tuesday. All right. Have a great night. I hope you guys all have a good week.